Hello, my friend. Welcome to your sleep story. My name is Steven Dalton, and it is my great privilege to guide you into a peaceful slumber tonight. Before we begin, I want you to settle into a cozy position. Feel the weight of your body sinking into your bed, your arms resting gently by your sides. Take a deep breath in and out. Let everything from the day fade away. Whatever thoughts linger in your mind, let them drift like soft clouds across the night sky. You are safe, and this is your time to relax. Tonight, I invite you to join me on a journey, a quiet, soothing voyage aboard the night train to Transylvania. Imagine yourself stepping onto a train platform under a blanket of midnight blue, the air crisp with a whisper of winter. The grand Budapest Keleti station stands behind you, its warm golden lights casting a soft glow against the darkness. The sound of distant chatter and the occasional hum of an engine create a peaceful symphony of travel. The train before you, long and elegant, awaits its passengers like a guardian of the night, ready to carry them across lands unknown. You take a step forward, feeling the cool metal beneath your feet as you step onto the train. The conductor, a kind man with a knowing smile, checks your ticket and gestures toward the warm interior. Inside, the train feels like a world apart from the cool air outside, a cocoon of warmth and comfort. Plush seats, dimly lit lamps, and the scent of polished wood fill the air, wrapping you in a feeling of nostalgia. There's something magical about train journeys at night, the way time seems to slow, the rhythmic hum of the tracks creating a lullaby only a traveler can understand. As you walk through the narrow hallway, you find your cabin, a cozy little space just for you. The small bed is neatly made, and a soft blanket invites you to settle in. A gentle lamp casts a golden hue across the wooden walls, and the window, slightly fogged from the cold outside, offers a view of the world beyond. You sit down and take a deep breath, feeling the gentle vibrations of the train as it prepares for departure. Beside you, Rebecca, your wife, is already settling in, placing her small travel bag at the foot of the bed. Timmy, your little dog, curls up near the pillows, his warm fur rising and falling with each slow breath. The presence of your loved ones makes this journey even more special, a shared adventure wrapped in the comfort of togetherness. The train gives a soft lurch, signaling its departure. Slowly, the platform outside begins to drift away, the glow of the city lights fading into the distance. You watch as Budapest, grand and timeless, begins to slip into the background, its illuminated bridges and historic buildings becoming memories in the night. The Danube River glistens under the moonlight, a final farewell as the train moves forward into the heart of Eastern Europe. The motion is gentle, a rhythmic rocking that soothes the mind and body. You listen to the quiet sounds around you, the occasional murmur of fellow passengers, the soft rustling of pages as someone reads a book, the distant whistle of the train as it announces its passage through the countryside. Everything feels peaceful, unhurried, timeless. Leaning back, you let your gaze drift out the window. The world outside is dark, but not empty. Snow-dusted fields stretch into the distance, interrupted only by the occasional silhouette of trees standing tall against the night sky. The moon, full and luminous, casts a silver glow, making the landscape look almost dreamlike. You imagine the small villages hidden in the darkness, houses where lights are dimmed, where families sleep peacefully, unaware of the train passing silently in the night. There's something comforting about being on a journey while the rest of the world sleeps. It reminds you that life moves in different rhythms. Some are awake while others dream. Some travel while others remain still. And in this moment, you are exactly where you need to be, carried forward by the steady motion of the train, wrapped in the warmth of your cabin, surrounded by the quiet hum of travel. Rebecca reaches for her book, her eyes scanning the pages lazily as she begins to drift into the familiar comfort of reading before sleep. Timmy lets out a soft sigh, stretching slightly before curling back into a perfect little ball. You smile, feeling a wave of gratitude wash over you. This moment, this simple yet perfect experience of being together, of traveling through the night with no urgency, no rush, just the quiet joy of movement and rest, is something to be cherished. As the train continues its journey, you let your body relax further into the bed, feeling lighter, calmer, more at peace. The gentle click-clack of the train on the tracks is like a lullaby, guiding you into deeper relaxation. Your breathing slows, matching the rhythm of the journey, syncing with the heartbeat of the train itself. The night stretches ahead, a canvas of dreams waiting to unfold. And as you gaze out into the endless horizon, watching the moon follow alongside you, you realize this journey isn't just about reaching a destination. It's about the beauty of the moment, the peace found in motion, and the quiet magic of a night train heading toward the unknown. So, my friend, let yourself sink deeper into relaxation. Feel the weight of the day lift away. You are safe, you are warm, and the night train to Transylvania will carry you gently through the world of dreams. Let go now. Breathe in and out. The journey continues, and you are exactly where you need to be. The train glides smoothly over the steel tracks, a gentle hum filling the quiet night. You settle deeper into your cozy cabin, letting the rhythm of the journey lull you into a state of peaceful relaxation. The warmth of the train contrasts with the winter air outside, where the world is wrapped in darkness, interrupted only by the occasional flicker of distant village lights. The soft glow of old-fashioned train lamps inside casts a golden hue over the polished wood, creating an atmosphere of warmth and comfort. You lean against the window, watching the snowy Hungarian countryside unfold like a dream. The moonlight glistens over the frost-covered fields, turning them into an endless expanse of silver and white. The occasional silhouette of a tree stands tall against the sky, motionless, as if frozen in time. Far in the distance, a cluster of cottages rests beneath the blanket of night, their chimneys whispering faint trails of smoke into the crisp air. You imagine the families inside, gathered around crackling fireplaces, lost in their own quiet moments of rest. The train's steady rocking is like a lullaby, gently guiding you into a deeper state of relaxation. You close your eyes for a moment, just listening. The rhythmic click-clack of the wheels, the occasional murmur of distant conversations from other passengers, the soft rustling of pages as someone reads, it all blends together into a soothing symphony of travel. Time feels slower here, stretched between the motion of the train and the stillness of the night outside. There is no rush, no urgency, only the peaceful, unhurried rhythm of the journey. As you sink further into the comfort of your cabin, your mind begins to drift, carried away by the quiet magic of the night train. Memories of past journeys surface, moments of adventure, of discovery, of quiet reflection. Trains have a way of making time feel different, as if you exist somewhere between the past and the future, in a space untouched by the demands of daily life. You think about all the travelers who have taken this same journey before you, lovers on their honeymoon, dreamers chasing adventure, families reuniting after years apart. Each person carrying their own story, their own destination, their own quiet hopes wrapped within the hum of the train. You glance across the small cabin at Rebecca, her book resting loosely in her hands, her eyes beginning to close as sleep gently pulls her in. Timmy, curled up near your feet, lets out a soft sigh, shifting slightly before settling once more into peaceful slumber. The sight fills you with warmth, a reminder that these small, simple moments of togetherness are the ones that truly matter. The world outside may be vast and unknown, but here, in this small space, everything feels just right. Turning back to the window, you watch as the landscape begins to change. The rolling fields give way to gentle hills, their slopes blanketed in a soft layer of snow. The train moves effortlessly through the terrain, its path illuminated by the silver glow of the moon. There is something almost dreamlike about this journey, as if you are floating through a world that exists just on the edge of reality. You think about the nature of travel, how it shifts your perspective, how it allows you to see the world through different eyes. On this train, moving through the silent night, you feel connected to something greater than yourself. A sense of wonder fills you, a quiet appreciation for the beauty of the world and the people who inhabit it. The hours pass gently, each moment blending seamlessly into the next. You do not feel the need to check the time, to count the minutes, or measure the distance traveled. Instead, you simply exist within this space, within this moment, letting the journey unfold as it will. There is peace in this surrender, in allowing yourself to be carried forward without resistance, without worry. Outside, the world remains still, untouched by the motion of the train. You watch as a lone fox moves silently across the snow-covered landscape, its footprints the only disturbance in the otherwise untouched blanket of white. A small village appears in the distance, its streets illuminated by the warm glow of lanterns. The train does not stop here, but for a brief moment, you glimpse another world, one filled with stories you will never know, lives you will never touch. And yet, there is comfort in this, the knowledge that life continues beyond your own, that there are countless stories unfolding at this very moment, each as meaningful and important as your own. It reminds you that you are part of something vast and interconnected, a thread in the intricate tapestry of existence. Rebecca shifts slightly in her sleep, murmuring something softly before settling once more. Timmy lets out a small sigh, his tiny chest rising and falling in the rhythm of deep rest. The warmth of their presence fills you with gratitude. You close your eyes for a moment, letting yourself fully embrace this feeling of contentment. This is what happiness feels like, not in grand moments of achievement or excitement, but in these quiet, intimate moments of connection. As the train moves further into the night, you allow yourself to relax even more. The rhythmic sounds of the journey blend with the steady beating of your heart, creating a sense of harmony that is deeply soothing. Your breathing slows, matching the gentle motion of the train. You are safe, you are warm, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. Outside, the sky remains clear, a vast expanse of deep indigo speckled with countless stars. You find yourself mesmerized by their quiet brilliance, by the way they shimmer like tiny beacons of light in the infinite darkness. They remind you of all the possibilities that exist, of the dreams that are yet to be realized. And for the first time in a long while, you feel completely at peace, not just with where you are, but with where you are going. The train continues its journey, carrying you deeper into the heart of the night. Your eyelids grow heavier, your thoughts softer, drifting like the snow outside. The hum of the train, the steady rhythm of the tracks, the warmth of the cabin, all of it lulls you further into a state of deep relaxation. You take one last deep breath, allowing the final remnants of tension to leave your body. The world outside fades into a blur of silver and shadows, and as you close your eyes, you know that sleep is near. Let go now. Breathe in and out. The journey continues, and you are exactly where you need to be. The gentle rhythm of the train has become a familiar melody, a lullaby that soothes your senses as the night deepens. The world outside remains dark and still, a vast expanse of quiet landscapes stretching beyond the window. You sit comfortably in your cabin, wrapped in warmth, watching the distant glow of scattered village lights flicker like stars upon the earth. Rebecca has fallen into a peaceful sleep, her book resting lightly in her hands. Timmy, curled at your feet, breathes softly, completely at ease in the gentle cradle of the moving train. Just as your mind begins to drift into a dreamlike haze, a subtle shift in motion pulls you back to the present. The train slows, the hum of the engine softening as the wheels glide effortlessly over the tracks. The sudden stillness is almost surreal, a contrast to the constant movement that has carried you through the night. Outside the window, golden lights shimmer through the darkness, illuminating elegant stone buildings and the grand architecture of Vienna's railway station. You take a slow breath, letting the moment settle over you. Vienna, a city of history, of music, of quiet sophistication. Even in the stillness of night, the air here feels rich with stories, whispers of the past woven into the grand facades of old buildings, echoes of violin melodies lingering in the air long after the musicians have packed away their instruments. The train pauses here, if only for a short while, allowing travelers a fleeting glimpse into a world that has long been a crossroads of culture and history. For a moment, you imagine stepping off the train, walking down the quiet, dimly lit streets of this ancient city. The cobblestone paths are dusted with a light layer of snow, untouched and pristine, as if waiting for the first footprints of morning. In the distance, the silhouette of St. Stephen's Cathedral rises against the night sky, its towering spires watching over the sleeping city. The streets are silent, save for the distant sound of a street performer, perhaps a lone violinist, playing softly under the glow of an old street lamp, their music carrying through the still night air. A memory stirs within you, a time when you wandered these very streets, hand in hand with Rebecca, marveling at the beauty of Vienna in the winter. You remember the warmth of a cafe, the rich aroma of coffee mingling with the sweet scent of pastries, the sound of hushed conversations in different languages, the gentle clinking of porcelain cups, the soft hum of an old gramophone playing a melody from long ago. It was a moment of pure contentment, a small yet perfect piece of time captured within the walls of that old cafe. Back on the train, you glance at Rebecca wondering if she too is dreaming of Vienna. Perhaps in her dreams, she's walking those same cobblestone streets, the soft glow of lanterns lighting her way, the air crisp with the promise of a new day. Timmy lets out a little sigh in his sleep, his small body rising and falling in rhythm with the gentle sway of the train. Even he seems to sense the quiet magic of this place. A light knock at the cabin door draws your attention. You open it to find the train conductor, his kind eyes filled with understanding. "A brief stop in Vienna," he says softly, his voice carrying the warmth of someone who has seen countless journeys unfold. A beautiful city, even at this hour. You nod in agreement, offering him a small smile. There is something comforting about these small exchanges, these fleeting connections with strangers who are, in some way, fellow travelers on the same path. The train remains still for a few more minutes, allowing passengers to stretch their legs, to take in the quiet beauty of the city beyond the station. A few travelers step onto the platform, their breath visible in the cold night air. Some hold warm cups of tea or coffee, savoring the moment before they board once more. A woman in a thick wool coat stands near the edge of the platform, gazing up at the sky as if searching for something among the stars. You wonder what thoughts drift through her mind, if she, too, is caught in the gentle spell of the night. As the final whistle sounds, the train begins to move once more. The station lights blur into golden streaks as the engine picks up speed, carrying you away from Vienna and deeper into the heart of the night. You take one last look out the window, watching as the city fades into the distance, its quiet streets returning to slumber. There is something profoundly peaceful about these brief moments, these pauses in the journey where time feels suspended, where the world seems to hold its breath, allowing you to simply exist within the present. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the feeling wash over you. The train hums beneath you, a steady heartbeat guiding you forward, carrying you toward new landscapes, new stories waiting to unfold. Rebecca stirs slightly, shifting in her sleep before settling once more. You reach for your cup of tea, taking a slow sip, savoring its warmth. The gentle aroma of chamomile fills the air, a comforting presence in the quiet cabin. Timmy stretches his tiny paws, then nestles back into his cozy spot, completely undisturbed by the movement around him. Outside, the landscape has changed once again. The train moves past quiet villages, their rooftops blanketed in snow, their windows glowing softly with the flickering light of fireplaces. The world outside is a painting of tranquility, silent, serene, untouched. The moon, ever present, follows along, casting its gentle glow over the rolling hills and frozen rivers. You take a deep breath, feeling a sense of gratitude settle over you for this journey, for this night, for the simple beauty of a train ride through the heart of winter. There is no rush, no destination that needs to be reached in haste. Only the steady rhythm of the train, the warmth of the cabin, the quiet companionship of those you love. As the train glides deeper into the night, your thoughts grow softer, your breathing slower. Sleep begins to call to you, a gentle whisper that beckons you to let go, to surrender to the peaceful embrace of the journey. You close your eyes, letting the motion of the train lull you further into relaxation. Vienna fades into memory, another beautiful stop along the way. But the journey continues, carrying you forward, deeper into the land of dreams. Let go now, breathe in and out. The night stretches ahead, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. The train moves steadily through the quiet night, gliding over the tracks with a rhythmic hum. The gentle rocking is like a lullaby, soothing and constant, as though the train itself is whispering a secret melody, known only to those who travel beneath the moonlit sky. The world outside remains still, wrapped in the soft embrace of darkness. Yet, within this moving carriage, life continues in a quiet, dreamlike way. You settle deeper into your seat, feeling the weight of the journey gently pressing you into comfort. The air inside the cabin is warm, carrying the faint scent of aged wood and fabric, mingled with the occasional trace of tea or coffee from nearby passengers. Rebecca sleeps peacefully in the bunk above, her breathing slow and steady, while Timmy, nestled at your feet, twitches slightly in a dream of his own. You wonder what he's dreaming about, perhaps chasing something through an endless field of golden grass, or maybe just reliving the simple comfort of curling up in his favorite spot at home. The glow from your reading lamp casts a soft golden light over the walls, flickering slightly with the train's motion. You glance outside, watching as the rolling landscape passes by in an endless stretch of open fields, dark forests, and winding rivers that glisten under the moonlight. Every so often, a small village appears, a few scattered houses with their windows glowing faintly in the night, a distant church spire rising against the backdrop of the starry sky. You imagine the people inside, tucked into their beds, unaware of the train slipping silently past their homes, carrying its passengers to distant places. There is something timeless about train travel, something that exists outside the usual flow of life. Unlike airplanes or cars, a train allows you to move forward without rushing, to exist in a place that is both moving and still. You're not in one place nor another. You're simply in motion, gliding between destinations, caught in the gentle current of time. It is a rare and beautiful feeling to be nowhere and everywhere at once, free from the demands of the world beyond the train's walls. You think about all the travelers who have taken this journey before you, those who sat in these same seats decades ago, looking out at the same moonlit landscape. Did they feel this same quiet peace, this sense of being suspended in a dream, carried forward by the whispering tracks beneath them? The thought is comforting, a reminder that you are part of something greater, something woven into the fabric of time itself. The train continues its journey, its steady motion as constant as the beating of a heart. You close your eyes for a moment, simply listening. The sound of the wheels over the tracks, the occasional soft murmur from another cabin, the distant call of an owl somewhere in the darkness outside. It all blends into a symphony of night travel, a melody that cradles you in its embrace. A memory stirs within you, a childhood journey on a train, much like this one. You remember pressing your face against the cool window, watching the world blur past in streaks of light and shadow. The excitement of travel, the wonder of the unknown ahead, the comfort of knowing you were moving forward, even if you didn't know exactly where you would end up. That feeling still lingers now, all these years later, unchanged by time. You open your eyes and glance toward the other cabins, where a few passengers remain awake. A man sits by the window, lost in thought, his silhouette softened by the glow of his lamp. A woman nearby adjusts her scarf, taking a slow sip of tea from a delicate porcelain cup. An elderly couple holds hands across the small table between them, their fingers intertwined, their eyes filled with a quiet understanding. Each traveler carries their own story, their own destination. Yet, in this moment, you are all part of the same journey, sharing the same fleeting passage through the night. Outside, the landscape begins to shift. The open fields grow smaller, replaced by dense forests that stretch toward the sky, their towering trees forming a dark and endless corridor through which the train passes. The branches sway gently in the wind, their silhouettes creating patterns against the deep indigo sky. You feel as though the train is traveling through a hidden world, a place untouched by time, where the trees have stood for centuries, watching silently as countless travelers have passed through. You take a slow, deep breath, letting the stillness settle within you. There is something deeply grounding about this moment, this feeling of moving forward while being completely present, of being part of something vast yet intimate at the same time. You are not in a rush. You're not waiting for anything to happen. You are simply here, existing within the quiet beauty of the night. The minutes pass unnoticed, the journey continuing in its slow, dreamlike rhythm. The train's motion has become second nature now, a part of you, like the gentle rise and fall of your breath. The warmth of the cabin, the distant flickering lights outside, the soft sound of pages turning as someone reads nearby. It all blends together, forming a cocoon of tranquility around you. Rebecca stirs slightly in her sleep, shifting beneath her blanket before settling once more. Timmy lets out another small sigh, stretching his paws before curling back into his cozy spot. You smile, feeling a deep sense of gratitude for this moment, for this journey, for the simple yet profound beauty of being exactly where you are meant to be. The train moves on, carrying you deeper into the heart of the night. The forests give way to rolling hills, the sky above vast and filled with stars. You watch as the moon follows alongside the train, its soft glow a companion on this endless voyage. There is something reassuring about its presence, a quiet reminder that even in the darkest night, there is always light to guide the way. Your eyelids grow heavier, the steady rhythm of the train pulling you gently towards sleep. You take one last deep breath, feeling the final traces of tension leave your body. The journey continues, but for now, you allow yourself to rest, to surrender to the peaceful embrace of the night. Let go now. Breathe in and out. The night stretches ahead, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. The train moves deeper into the heart of the night, its rhythmic hum blending with the stillness outside. The once vast open fields have given way to towering mountains, their dark silhouettes rising like ancient sentinels beneath the pale glow of the moon. You have entered the lands of Transylvania, a place shrouded in legend, yet so much more than the myths that surround it. Outside the window, the scenery has changed once more. The forests are denser now, the trees thick and wild, untouched by time. The train winds its way through valleys and over rivers, the landscape stretching out in a vast expanse of moonlit wilderness. A mist lingers over the treetops, drifting lazily as if carrying the whispers of stories long forgotten. You watch as a small village emerges from the darkness, a handful of wooden houses, their rooftops blanketed in frost, their windows glowing softly like distant stars. Smoke curls from chimneys rising into the crisp air, disappearing into the night. You imagine the people inside, gathered around their hearths, sharing quiet conversations, or drifting into slumber. unaware of the train slipping silently past their world. There is a sense of deep tranquility here, a feeling of connection to something ancient and unchanging. Transylvania is not just a place, it is a feeling, a presence, a land that exists beyond time. It is a world of mountains and rivers, of bears and wolves, of legends that whisper through the forests. Yet, despite its wild beauty, there is a deep stillness that settles over the land, wrapping it in a hushed serenity. You take a deep breath, letting the fresh, cold air from the slightly opened window fill your lungs. It carries the scent of pine and earth, of winter and distant fires burning in unseen hearths. The coolness against your skin is refreshing, a reminder that you are truly here, present in this moment, on this journey through the heart of Eastern Europe. The train glides smoothly along the tracks, its motion steady and comforting. You close your eyes for a moment, simply feeling the gentle vibrations beneath you, the warmth of the cabin against the cold beyond the window, the deep stillness that exists between each breath. There is something almost dreamlike about this journey, as if you're floating through a space between reality and imagination. Rebecca stirs slightly, adjusting her blanket before settling back into sleep. Timmy stretches out, letting out a tiny sigh before curling back up at your feet. You smile at the peacefulness of it all, at the simple joy of sharing this moment with those you love. There is no need for words, no need for movement, just the quiet comfort of being together, of traveling through the night, side by side. Your cabin is small but warm, filled with a sense of safety and ease. The wooden walls glow softly under the dim lamplight, the small table near the window holding your journal and an unfinished cup of tea. You reach for the cup, taking a slow sip, savoring the familiar taste. The warmth spreads through you, grounding you further into this moment. You lean back, letting your body sink into the soft bedding, your muscles finally letting go of any remaining tension. The steady rocking of the train soothes you, a gentle reminder that you are moving forward, yet held safely in place. The world outside may be vast and mysterious, but here, in this tiny cabin, everything feels just right. A distant station appears ahead, its name barely visible in the soft glow of a single lantern. The train does not stop. It simply passes through, continuing its journey into the unknown. You wonder about the people who live in these hidden corners of the world, about their lives, their dreams, their own quiet moments beneath the same moonlit sky. It is humbling to think about this vast web of existence, each thread connected in ways unseen. The thought brings you peace. You're not alone on this journey, not just this train ride, but the larger journey of life itself. There are others, moving forward alongside you, each on their own path, yet all woven into the same great tapestry of existence. You breathe in deeply, feeling a wave of gratitude settle over you for this moment, for this journey, for the simple beauty of being here now on this night train to Transylvania. Outside, the mist thickens, curling around the trees like a soft embrace. The sky above is vast and endless, the stars twinkling like tiny promises of possibility. The moon follows the train faithfully, casting its silver glow upon the land, as if guiding you gently toward whatever lies ahead. Your eyelids grow heavier now, the weight of the journey pulling you toward rest. The sounds of the train, the steady hum, the occasional creak, the soft rustle of blankets, become a lullaby, each sound blending seamlessly into the next. Rebecca breathes softly in the bunk above, Timmy sleeps soundly at your feet, and you allow yourself to surrender to the quiet magic of the night. Let go now. Breathe in and out. The night stretches ahead, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. The train moves steadily through the deep hours of the night, its rhythmic hum blending into the soft stillness that surrounds you. The landscape outside has faded into a blur of shadows and moonlight, the world beyond your window wrapped in a gentle hush. You can feel the motion of the train, not just beneath your feet, but within you, as if your very breath has synchronized with the steady rhythm of the tracks. Your eyelids grow heavier with each passing moment, but you don't resist. Instead, you sink further into the warmth of your cabin, allowing the weight of sleep to settle over you like a soft blanket. The gentle swaying of the train lulls you, rocking you deeper into a peaceful, dreamlike state. The night is quiet now, filled only with the hushed whispers of the journey. Rebecca remains nestled in her bunk above, undisturbed by the train's motion. Timmy, curled at your feet, lets out a tiny sigh in his sleep, his small body rising and falling in perfect rhythm with the night. There is something profoundly comforting about their presence, about sharing this journey in the quiet companionship of those you love. The warmth of the cabin cocoons you, shielding you from the cold, misty air outside. The dim glow of the bedside lamp flickers softly, casting gentle shadows along the wooden walls. Everything about this space, the cozy bed, the hushed whispers of the train, the distant glow of lanterns outside, feels safe, like a small world suspended between wakefulness and dreams. You take a deep breath, inhaling the faint scent of aged wood and fabric, of tea that has long gone cold on the small table beside you. There is nothing left to do now, no worries to hold on to, no thoughts to chase. Only this moment, this perfect stillness, this quiet surrender to the night. The train glides effortlessly through the valleys of Transylvania, its presence a mere whisper in the grand expanse of the world. Beyond the mist, rolling hills stretched toward the horizon, their peaks kissed by the silver light of the moon. You imagine the unseen creatures moving through the forests, silent owls perched high in the treetops, foxes padding through the snow, distant wolves howling softly to one another beneath the stars. Everything about this journey feels timeless, as if you have stepped into a world untouched by the urgency of time. There is no rush, no destination to reach in haste, only the quiet pleasure of moving forward, of letting the night carry you wherever it may. Your body grows heavier now, your breaths slowing, your muscles releasing the last traces of tension. The train hums like a lullaby, cradling you in its steady rhythm, each sound merging into the next, a seamless melody of rest. Your thoughts drift, becoming softer, more distant, like leaves floating down a slow-moving river. Images appear in your mind, not as sharp memories, but as gentle impressions, half-formed dreams waiting to unfold. You see the golden glow of lanterns flickering in a hidden village, the distant silhouette of a castle resting atop a lonely hill, the reflection of the moon shimmering upon an endless river. These visions come and go, weaving together like the delicate threads of a dream. You are no longer just a passenger on this train. You are part of the journey itself, part of the night, part of the whispering wind that moves through the valleys. You are weightless now, floating between wakefulness and sleep, your mind gently unraveling into the quiet embrace of slumber. The final moments of wakefulness slip away, leaving behind only the warmth of your bed, the hush of the moving train, the presence of those who sleep beside you. You are safe. You are warm, and the night train will carry you gently through your dreams. Let go now. Breathe in and out. Sleep is here. The journey continues, but for now, you can rest. Good night, my friend. May your dreams be as calm as this train ride through the night.